Hi everyone, welcome to Konveyor Community Meeting. Today is June 13th. We abide by Konveyor Code of Conduct, which boils down to be nice to one another. This meeting is recorded it will be available in YouTube later. I am going to put the agenda in the chat. Please feel free to add yourself to the meeting. My name is Savita. I am going to be your host today. Does anyone want to say a quick hi before we dive into the agenda?
Morning, folks.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Savita.
All right, so I'm gonna move past to the and thank you, Sean. I appreciate it not letting me just stay in silence, waiting for someone to just say anything. I appreciate it. I'm going to move past to the next topic. We have an enhancement highlight from Sam.
Sure. I just opened this week a draft enhancement for platform awareness, which is a feature that would enable Konveyor to inventory and analyze application deployment environments, like, for instance, Kubernetes clusters or VM hypervisors, or even stuff as high level as an AWS environment in general. So the goal here is by combining source analysis with platform analysis, Konveyor can better understand applications and recommend modernization and migration strategies. So there's a lot of assumptions that maybe are not present in the application source that are present in its environment, things that the application needs, dependencies, security assumptions, network assumptions, etc. So understanding the application runtime environment is also a step on the road to Konveyor being able to do things like asset generation and deploy tools such as Crane to be able to perform migrations down the road long term. This particular enhancement isn't about that actual do work element. This is about the analysis aspect, but that's what the motivating drive is here. So that enhancement is up for feedback, and at the next community meeting, I intend to present on the topic in detail.
Thank you, Sam. Does anyone have any questions for Sam? Right. So the link is in the agenda. So if anyone is interested, please feel free to give it a read. If you have comments, thoughts, anything, you could post in the enhancement or put it in the Konveyor channel. Cool. I'm gonna move on to the next item, that is open discussion, and we have 2 items from Dylan. You're muted, Dylan.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just want to use this time to check in on the features because we're a week out from feature freeze. So give me 1 second, I can share my screen. Sorry. So again, just a reminder, like on our timeline here, the 20th is going to be feature freeze where we intend to cut an alpha release. The alpha release would be kind of a stable spot where I would expect we could actually separate our testing team to perform testing against and file bugs with a stable version, with the intention that 2 weeks later we would cut a beta release. And then basically a week, although not really a week because there's going to be vacation in the US with the 4th of July around that time, we would have until code freeze. So I expect we're going to probably cut another alpha before we cut a beta. It's just that this will be the first one. See how this goes. Perhaps the 27th we cut alpha 2. And then again, code freeze on the 11th, run through all of our final regression testing, and release on the 18th. With that said, these are all of the features that I'm aware of, although there is some UI components that I think are maybe not appropriately summed up by just me having one line in this thing. So I'd like to pull up the planning board as well. Give me one sec. But before I do that, can we just take a quick high-level overview as to where we stand with each of these features? If I understand correctly, Gradle support's done with some caveats. There's a bug that was just filed this morning, but I think that's true. Multi-provider support, I believe all of these pieces are pretty much in place, except some extra bits that are still needed in Contra. But I know that we merged in all of the changes for the hub. However, CI is still a little wonky, so that's actually my second topic. I'm not sure if this is actually fully resolved, but I think the main point being, I think we're in good shape for the 20th on both these two features so far. And this is removing the UI bit. Let me get to the planning board for the UI side. Language discovery, again, this exists in Contra. We just merged in the changes for the hub, so I think we're in a good spot there for this on feature free state. Introductory.NET rules. We haven't started this. I think the intention is that, and sorry, good Lord. I think David can correct me if I'm mistaken. I think our plan for this was just to get a basic rule set scripted and moved over by the 20th. That probably is not remotely complete and prone to having a ton of bugs, with the intention that we use the bug fix cycle to iron out exactly what are the useful rules for this, because we have almost no experience on the team doing this. So I think we can get this done in a week. Does that sound right, David?
Yes. The idea is that we don't have the .NET experience to have a full rule set. So we're going to try and have one for the .NET framework to .NET 8 that doesn't have false positives. So we're going to try and so that we have a bucket that we can add rules to as we get more experience with .NET.
Great. Thank you. Contra support for multiple applications. I actually don't know where this one stands, but I do remember that we have a PR open, so I would expect we could probably get this in, considering it's been open for a couple weeks. Looks like it needs some code review, though. If I could get some volunteers to take this on. By volunteers, I mean I'm just going to assign 3 people. And then application insights. Again, this feature, I believe we just got the PR posted. It's not linked here, so let me link it. Where is that PR? Is it in Contra? You guys aren't seeing my screen. All right, fantastic. Okay, good. Static report, I think, is what this is. Here we go. So let's link this here. So with that said, I mean, I think we're in a pretty good spot for feature freeze in terms of functionality outside of the UI. And this is where I'm going to start leaning on Scott. So let me go to the planning board, because that's really what's interesting here. God, really, why is nothing showing up here? Okay, there we go. Good. Yeah, we have like 25 tasks that are ready. What I'm hoping to do is go through this list together with you all, maybe asynchronously, figure out what issues are critical for feature freeze and what we intend to fix during the bug fix cycle. My understanding is that, in fact, you know what? We're missing a feature on this list, which is the task manager. So why don't we just quickly add that super duper fast? Main. Maybe I'm just missing it from main. We are missing it. Sorry. One second. Sorry. You guys aren't going to yell at me, right? Good to go. Okay, good. So, yeah, again, on the planning board here, a lot of the issues are the breakdown of the work for the task manager, I know on the UI side, as well as ironing out some of the bugs in the analysis details bit. So, Scott, I guess if I could just ask you, if you give me a quick summary, on the UI front, do you guys feel comfortable with the feature free state, or are we concerned?
So, yeah, after the last time that we had a single meeting with the UXD people too, it feels like we have I don't know, 3 or so in progress and 1 mostly done, to cover everything. So everything's in progress. We just gotta get on to reviewing things, but it feels like we'll be able to pull in with us what we have. So the task manager and page table is in progress now. That next one I'm not sure about. Let me. Sorry, I just want to look at just the.
No, you're totally fine. In fact, I think the short answer, it sounds like we're feeling okay. Is that fair? True? For between servicing task
Yes.
manager and analysis detail bit? I think that was the only 2 things in the UI we were still working through.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. I did kind of push one thing back a little bit, which is updates to the application table.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll get time to do that. That requires a little bit more. I don't know, thought design stuff. I don't think that'll land for feature freeze, but majority of the rest of it is looking pretty good.
Okay. Good to hear. Thank you. I guess with that said, I'm just going to assume that all the stuff that I haven't listed on that release page that might for some reason be in this list, I could kick, which, for example, this one, I don't think we did this. Is that true? Jeff, I see you open this. I'm not sure if.
Yeah, I don't think we did that. I don't think we spec'd out the UX for that.
So let's kick that to the next, get it off this list. And then I think we've already triaged the rest of this list. I see this came in, which is new. Passing artifact coordinate to Java provider instead of fetching it.
Yeah, we merged that in the analyzer.
Okay, so we'll need to do the add-on side of that, and I think there's an issue. I'll double check.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
this is for the add-on.
Oh yeah, that is the issue. Yep. So that's the add-on part of that.
Okay, great. So that's ready to go.
I sent you details on the on Slack on how to use that. I can sync with.
Okay. Let me look. Oh, yep. I got it. Thanks.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, then I think that really covers what I wanted to do, which is just to make sure that we were all feeling confident about 0.5, which it looks like we are. Again, not to belabor a point, like we're cutting the alpha on the 20th with or without you guys necessarily being ready. I think we're gonna stick to a hard deadline this time. So please just keep, I guess, myself in the loop between now and the 20th. If you don't think something will land, so that we don't, cut a broken release, if that makes sense. Jeff, I heard you starting to talk. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh no. So I think Sam, correct me if I'm wrong. The automatic language discovery and the tech discovery are still in flight.
Yeah, the actual add-on for the language discovery is done or pretty much done. I'm still working on just the triggers to set off those tasks, and the change that has to be made to the analyzer add-on to be able to trigger it in discovery mode. But these are I'm anticipating these to be small changes and don't see any issue getting them in before freeze.
Yeah, I think we're good with them. I just wanted you would kind of flag that feature is kind of done in tackle, and I just want to make sure you knew that those few things are still in progress.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. The other thing is that I still need to version the API, the Kubernetes API, and update the controller there, and then update the add-on with the new Alpha 2 CRDs.
Cool.
But again, we're fine with it all. I just wanted to let you know those things weren't done.
Okay. No, thanks. Sorry. I didn't mean to imply that. I think when I said good to go, I meant by the 20th, hopefully. So.
Okay. No, I thought you specifically said they were kind of done. And I just want to make sure you knew that was different.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I think that kind of covers everything I had for 05. I will use next Thursday during our planning triage call. Just making sure this 05 board is totally up to date, because I think we're just going to start using it for bug tracking, and then everything else should get kicked off to the next milestone. So if you own any of the issues on this board, if you could just help me make sure it's up to date by next Thursday, that would be great. Then I guess, I mean, I said this before, my other topic was just about CI. I think it looks like Merrick, well, actually, real quick thing, I don't know if Merrick's on the call. I doubt it. He presented Konveyor at DevConf this morning in the Czech Republic. So I think he told me it was recorded. It just wasn't, it's not available yet, but he did send me like a short little video of the room. I mean, it looked like it was, I don't know, 30 to 30-ish people or so. He said it filled in a little more since he took it. So that was pretty cool. Hopefully we can, I'll pass that recording along once we get it. Okay, then I guess with that said, he did kick off the CI flow, but I was just a little nervous that all the nightlies were failing this morning. Yeah, David, good.
So basically, the way that we were installing Konveyor in CI up until now has been to use the index, which, so in that case, we're using the correct like CSV manifest, but the latest images are still in there. So there's no way to replace the operator using the install tackle action. So we were talking yesterday about how we need to move to we have another version called Global CI Bundle, which creates a bundle and shoves the operator into that so that you get the correct operator. And that's what's necessary. Everything had been working fine for so long because there were no changes to the operator for like 2 full releases. So that's why we ran into this issue when a change was made to the operator, and the proposed fix is to move to the global CI bundle for this stuff.
And can we backport that to release 04? Is that the plan, to get this passing again?
Yeah, those actions all exist on those old releases, so it should work fine.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Thank you for the update. It does look like when Merrick re-kicked this, it did pass. So that's good. Okay. Those were my 2 topics.
Thanks, Dylan. I just have one quick topic. It's more like a call for help. We need to make sure our repositories, at least the operator one, has the OpenSSF badge as in the level of passing. So I just want the leads in if you are maintaining repo in any way, please take a look at the criteria. I put that in the agenda. Take a look at the criteria and let me know if we can update any of the current fields. I created the batch. I think there can be only one submission per repo. I am not sure, so I created the request for this operator, so I can edit it. It's in my account. So if you find anything that we can modify, if we satisfy any of the criteria, please let me know. And I can update and we can move closer to passing stage. We would need this when we submit our project for incubation. So just a heads up. That's all for me. And I'm not sure if we need it on every repo. And I will, I'm a little confused on that. So I will get it clarified and come back to the community. If we need it in every repo, then I think I would definitely need the help from the leads and people who are maintaining the repositories. But I did verify in Kubernetes, they have the main Kubernetes repo. They don't have it in the community repo. We have it in our community repo and our operator repo where we cut the release. So I'm assuming it's enough if it's in the main repo, but I will get that clarified. For now, I think we are at 48% for operator repository, and we should be moving towards the passing level. That's one item from me. And I just want to pause to see if I have any questions on the topic. Right. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions regarding the OpenSSF batch. You know where to find me. Konveyor Slack or email works. And I'm just going to open up the discussion to see if we have any other agenda items or anything that we want to bring it up. All right, folks, I give you all your time back. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can add your thoughts, questions to Konveyor Slack or to the email list. And we do have a planning meeting that is next Thursday, and there is going to be an analyzer office hours that's going to happen next Thursday. And we'll meet in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, Savitha. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.